Hey guys, it's Nick. Going to do a quick musing on a question that Stephen Walker threw up on my last battle report, which was a quick battle report with Rich, and that was just some ogres versus Empire. And essentially, the question is, do you find it hard to switch gears from Skaven to ogres? And the answer is absolutely yes, because I just need to be willing to lose games. I mean, I'm not playing competitive ogre games right now. I'm doing some fun lists, and it's not the crazy, gut star games that you'd see. But the thing is, though, I find ogres to be very weak, and that's my opinion. Or it might just be that I have some difficulty with them. But I'm just looking at what I can get with Skaven, and I know that the ogres, every army is going to be different. With the ogres, you're going to have, impact hits and stomps, and Skaven, you're going to have strength in numbers, and you're going to have steadfast. And I just, with ogres, they're just so weak. They're so vulnerable that, yeah, they've got 3 wounds each, but they've got no armor, and toughness 4 is great and all, but for the price of 3 bulls, you can get 20 Skaven. It doesn't matter what the Skaven it is. It's the fact that you're going to stay there and fight. You're going to have steadfast, you're going to have bodies on the field, and frankly, the 3 attacks that you get from a bull, you'll make up in support attacks and all the other bullshit from your Skaven slaves or clan rats or whatnot. And I feel like right now, the games that I play, it's not about your damage output; it's how long you'll last in combat. Because for the same price as 3 bulls, you can get 6 warriors of chaos, which will do 10 times better than a handful of bulls or a handful of uh, iron guts or anything. So it's just weird how the pricing breaks down, and how I just I struggle switching over to ogres because they're not a guaranteed win. And then that poses the question: well, is Skaven broken? Yeah, they can be, but you still have to play them right. But I don't want to say that I win more easily with Skaven. I know them better, but it's easier to do better with them because 8th edition broke them, where 8th edition doesn't do much for Ogre Kingdoms except, gives them stomps. I mean, the new 8th edition rules, and given that Ogre Kingdoms is an 8th edition rulebook, 8th edition doesn't do anything to help them. Just like I don't really think 8th edition does anything to help Tomb Kings. But Skaven, the 8th edition book, kind of, made them very powerful, where, cool, you get +3 leadership to your leadership bonus for break tests and whatnot because you've got 3 ranks. That's great. That was amazing, but now it's even better because you benefit from having all those ranks because of steadfast. Where, I mean, when you didn't have always strike back and support attacks, Skaven weren't as powerful because you'd have 5 guys in your front rank and you get a couple attacks back and you did nothing. Where you were fighting 5 Swordmasters of Hoeth, you'd be losing, 8, 10 guys a turn. It hurt. And there was no stubborn unless you actually had the stubborn rule, so steadfast, you turn and run. And I don't know, Skaven, it's kind of an easy army to play now as long as you get bodies down, get them into combat, and then get your power hitters where they got to be, whether it's a hero or a monster or some sort of magic. But so at the end of this ramble, essentially, I'll go back to the question: do I find switching gears from Skaven to ogres hard? Yeah, yeah, because mentally I got to be willing to lose and play some interesting lists to make it fun. But at the same time, they're just not as good. They're not. I mean, I can go ahead and bring all those freaking iron guts, but you know what? A purple sun or something knocks them out real bad. The only weakness I think Skaven has right now is some toughness tests. Otherwise, weapon skill, who gives a shit? Initiative is high enough. Attacks, who cares? It's really about their magic and their shit that blows up, not their, clam rats or Skaven rats or stormbreath doing attacks. I mean, even the Plague Monks, who cares if they have 3 attacks each? They're not going to do much damage unless you're fighting something that's got no armor and toughness 3. In which case, if you're fighting something with no armor and toughness 3, then that means your opponent's an idiot and just fed you a unit of spearmen. But, yeah, so ogres are tough to play. That's what I'm doing right now, so don't judge me because I'm playing a silly Lead Belcher list, but maybe I'll try to play a competitive ogre list, but I don't really care for it. It's not my style. I don't feel like bringing 20 iron guts. So, cool. Hope you enjoyed this little ramble. See you in the next video.